Hey guys, it's me, Stephanie. So today I want to talk about how to make friends if you've started a new at a new gym or a boutique fitness center, right? I get asked all the time, like, how are you meeting these people and what are you doing to make all these connections? And it's super simple. I have my notes right here, so if you see me looking to the side, I'm just checking my notes because I want to make sure I give you these tips. They're super easy. Number one, I can say has to be the most important thing of all, which I think a lot of people don't really think about that much. But when you book your class, you have to arrive early. Now, the reason you want to arrive early is so that you have the opportunity to talk to the coach, the instructor, the trainer, or whatever we're calling them, right? You have the opportunity to talk to them and let them know that you are looking for a community, right? So most coaches will introduce you to the class or give you a shout out during class. Be like, today was Stephanie's first day. She straight up killed it, you guys. She's looking for a new community. Make sure y'all chat her up after class. Blah 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 blah. She has set the stage for you, right? She has um, let it be known, because there's someone else in that classroom that's looking for a community, right? That's looking for the exact same thing. So therefore someone's going to walk up to you after class, or someone's going to say, oh, did you have a great class? How was it fun? People are going to talk to you. The second thing is, when you arrive early, it's so important. Say we're talking about Pilates, or you're doing a mega formal workout or something like that. It's so important for you to pick a bed that is not like up against the walls. Like, either get in the center of the room, or kind of like the three machines that are not directly in the center. And the reason for this is because you're going to be like in the middle of all the action. You'll have somebody to the right of you to talk to. You'll have someone to the left of you to talk to. Also, if it's your first time there, you have visuals of how moves are supposed to be done, which is great. But when you find your spot, you get there early, you get everything set up. When someone comes and they sit down, you're like, hey, how are you? Do you come here all the time? Super simple, right? Or, OMG, your shirt is so cute, I love it. Then they're going to take where they got it from. You see how I'm using those little things to start conversations, right? Because even though we are there for the workout, we're there to engage. So that little time that you have before and after the class is so, so, so important. Now, number 3 would be picking the proper time of classes. This is something you'd have to play around with, right? So, for example, taking a 5 a.m. class, no one's going to talk to you, because everybody's, especially Monday through Friday, everybody is on their way to work. So you won't get that community feel unless you're part of the community that's running out of the door. So you'd have to play around with the times to see what are popular times, right? Like, what are the times where people are like really engaged? Is it lunchtime? Is it 5 p.m.? Is it on Saturdays and Sundays? And once you found that time frame, be consistent with that time, because you'll notice that the more you go, the more you're going to see the same people, right? And then you'll be like, oh, were you here last week? And then they're like, yeah, I come every Wednesday, or I come every Thursday. See how I started that conversation? Okay? And if you're super lucky, if you're like your studio or the boutique is close to like a coffee shop or a small little cafe or something like that, and that's where we start with the community. So we've been showing up early. The instructor introduced us. You're picking perfect beds, Pilates beds, to work out on. So you are able to communicate with people to the right, to the left of you. You have honed in on a time that you've noticed, okay, this is where people are engaged. You've been consistent to coming to those, workout times. Now you're realizing that you're seeing the same people, and you could just simply say, oh my goodness, have you been over to blah 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 coffee shop? Oh, are you headed over to the coffee shop? Oh, are you gonna walk over there? It's okay if I join you. I was thinking about going over there to grab me something to drink as well, right? And do you see how all of those things, those little things, just all tied in together, and how it just made it super, super easy? Another thing that's super important when you're looking to build a community is to remember to compliment. Like, wow, you really killed that plank, or wow, you are so strong. And then they're gonna be like, girl, no, you are doing amazing. It's all about being comfortable with putting yourself out there and letting people know that you are looking for a community. And these tips can be used if you're at a wellness event, not just at a gym, but if you're at a wellness event, the exact same thing. Like, show up just a little bit early to get a chance to speak with the person who's putting on the event. And whoever walks up, she's going to introduce you. She's going to be like, oh, this is Stephanie. She's here early. She is blah, 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 blah. So these are things that you could use in any type of setting when it comes to wellness or fitness. And they're super easy. They've always worked for me. And then also, really tap into like the theme workout classes, because that's where you're going to find people who are even more like you. So if you like rock, they may have rock night. If you like Megan Thee Stallion, like it's heartbreak night or whatever, really tap into those theme classes, because that's where you find your people, right? Let me see, I'm gonna see if I'm missing anything. I believe that that's it. Those are like, is that like 6, maybe 5 basic tips that you can use to make new friends when you join a new fitness studio. And just be consistent, show up, get stronger, and stay engaged.